end zone touchdown.
Throw down to second in time.
Brady turns and dumps it. Staten on the run, and he jams it home.
And the runner comes home, they got him.
What a tough shot. And there's McLemore.
Oh, wow! Welcome to this week's Big 12 Report, presented as always by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, and after 2 weeks out of the studio, we're back.
That's right.
And this guy looks familiar. Intern one,
Carter?
co-host
Carter Babb.
Carter Babb. That's
that would be me.
You know, that would be him. And we're back together.
That's
popular
right.
demand.
After 2 weeks.
That's right.
Back and better than ever.
That's right.
Back and better than ever. Well, Wendell, while you were in Phoenix last week, you got to talk to some folks about Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlsby, who just celebrated his one-year anniversary on the job.
So if I'm going to give him a letter grade, I got to give him an A+.
Bob Bowlsby recently finished his first year as Big 12 Commissioner. While that milestone has passed, Bowlsby is looking ahead as he leads a conference that is stable and prosperous.
Well, you know, that term finished is maybe not exactly the characterization I would have liked, but it's completed, that's for sure. And I hope I'm not finished, because there's a lot more fun to have in the days ahead.
At the annual conference meetings in Phoenix, several athletic directors weighed in on Bowlsby's first year on the job.
And everything just, in my opinion, just calmed down. And I thought this is a better day already, and it's just gotten better from there.
He brought us instant credibility because of his the respect that he commands across the intercollegiate landscape.
I really can use the word extraordinary, because he has been exactly the leader this conference needed after going through such upheaval.
He commands a great presence, very intelligent, and he's been able to create stability and also at the same time advance a vision of where this conference is going to go.
It's been an interesting year. It's been an interesting year of transition for me personally. After more than 30 years on campus and the relationships you have, the buzz and the energy that goes along with being around students and coaches, I have to admit that I miss that. And it's an adjustment for me after all these years. Having said that, I really enjoy the challenges of the conference office. I have the opportunity to work on some things that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to work on had I stayed on a campus. It's been a fun year. Ironically, it was right here at the Arizona Biltmore that I was offered the job, and that the beginning stages of negotiation took place. And so it causes me to reflect back on the year a little bit, and the reflection tells me it's been a really good year.
The Texas men's team and Kansas women's team won Big 12 track and field titles last weekend in Waco. Both schools completed the season sweep as they also won the indoor championships back in February. Texas was led by freshman Johannes Hawk, who won the decathlon. Hawk's point total of 8,293 points is the second best mark in the world this year. Kansas's Paris Daniels led the way for the Jayhawks as she won the 200-meter dash, got second in the 100 meters, and was part of both of Kansas's winning relay teams. TCU's Charles Silman won the Men's High Point Award, winning the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and was part of the Frogs' victorious 4x100 relay team. Silman's 200 time of 20.33 seconds is the best in the NCAA this season. Up next for the Big 12 teams will be the NCAA East and West preliminaries, May 23rd through 25th. All right, Wendell. You know, I haven't done this in a while.
I know.
There hasn't been somebody to do this lately.
There's been a disturbance in the universe for the last 2
That's
weeks.
right. I mean, people, I know you've had the shout-outs, but they haven't been as world famous as they usually are.
You haven't been around to set me up and introduce them, so yeah, they've
That's
right.
right.
Lost a little luster.
This week they're going to be world famous. I have a good feeling about it. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what you got?
Well, let's start off with Kansas. Sunday was a great day to be a Kansas Jayhawk. Not only did the Jayhawks win the women's track and field title like you just got through telling us, but the KU baseball and softball teams each recorded historic victories. The Kansas baseball team beat Baylor for the school's first ever sweep of the Bears. KU won all 3 games by 1 run, and the Second and third games were all decided in walk-off fashion, and the Kansas softball team beat a top-ranked team for the first time ever as they beat number 1 Oklahoma 2-0 in the second game of a doubleheader on Sunday. And some big news out of the meetings in Phoenix last week for men's basketball. The Phillips 66 Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship title game will be televised in prime time. The game that will be in the Sprint Center in Kansas City, as it's been the last few years, will air at 8 p.m. Central Time and will be carried by ESPN. Basically, the Big 12 is taking over the previous time slot that went to the Big East Conference Championship game. And finally, 6 women's teams and 4 men's teams from the Big 12 will start regional play this weekend in NCAA tennis. On the women's side, regular season co-champion Texas Tech is hosting for the first time in school history. Baylor, the other regular season co-champion, will travel to Northwestern for the opening rounds. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, TCU, and postseason champion Texas also were selected to the 64-team women's tennis field. And the men's regular season champion Baylor and postseason champion Oklahoma will host regionals. Texas will play in College Station, and TCU will travel to Los Angeles to get things started as far as NCAA regional tennis is concerned.
That's right. Well, good luck to those tennis teams as they try to make it to the championships. All right, Wendell. Well, for the first time in 2 weeks from the studio, that is a wrap on the Big 12 report. As always, for all things Big 12, be sure to check out our website at big12sports.com and follow us on Twitter at Big 12 Conference. We'll see you next week.
Carter, right? Carter Babb?
I don't know. Is that who I am? And I'm Carter Babb.
Welcome to this week's Big 12
Rip. That's right. I know it's hard to remember, but that is right. It's good to be back.
After 2 weeks of co-hosting separately.
I know you missed me.
We're not co-hosting. We're back. Do it again. Don't say, God bless it, Wendell.
Carter Babb. That's right.
That's the guy.
That's right.
We're back together after 2 weeks apart.
I'm back and better than ever.
Popular demand has...
I've missed you. I bet you've missed me.
We've missed each other.
It's been a long 2 weeks.
Let's not go any further because
that's right.
Starting to sound a little weird.
That's right. Well, Wendell, while you were in Phoenix last week, you got to talk to several people around the Big 12 about Commissioner Bob Bowlsby, who just finished his one-year term.
It's all right.
TCU's Charles Sillman won the Men's High Point Award, winning the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and was part of the Frogs' victories in the 4x1. Frogs' victorious 4x100 relay team. Now, Sillman's time
That's somebody cooking.